The wife suddenly told her husband they would be getting divorced in 54 days. The man was instantly thrown into chaos. Kurata had completely forgotten about the agreement. 20 years earlier, they had promised to divorce once their child turned 20. Only now did Kyoko finally bring up the pact again. Not long before, a typhoon was approaching, and residents were warned of possible flooding. Everyone rushed to prepare flood prevention tools. Kurata invited all the neighbors to take shelter in their apartment since they lived on the third floor. It was considered safer. Kyoko hadn't been consulted about the plan. Though she was furious inside, she forced herself to act normally and handle the situation. She had endured this kind of life for over a decade, but what angered her even more was that her husband treated their long-standing agreement as a joke.
子供が20歳になったら離婚するなんて言ってたこともありましたしね。
もうすぐじゃん。
Kyoko was deeply upset. The promise she had taken so seriously had become a punchline in her husband's mouth. That night, she confronted him about the pact and showed him the countdown she had been keeping. Hearing about the divorce, Kurata lay awake all night. He decided to talk things through with his wife properly, so the two quietly went out and drove somewhere to talk privately. Unbeknownst to them, all the neighbors had been watching. Kurata asked his wife why she was suddenly doing this, and felt the decision was too one-sided. But to Kyoko, it wasn't sudden at all. It was a promise he had made long ago. If it was an agreement, then it should be honored. Pressed by his wife, Kurata didn't know how to respond, but a sense of frustration simmered inside him.
どうすんの離婚した後。子供は
何のためにゆずが20歳になったら離婚しようって約束したのか考えて。もう大丈夫ですってことは。
Kurata couldn't understand. Since their life was stable and there was no obvious rift in their relationship, why insist on divorce? However, what irritated Kyoko most was exactly this attitude of his. She brought up all the times he had joked about their agreement in front of the neighbors, but Kurata didn't remember any of it. He only felt his wife was nitpicking.